So today is binomial theorem. Tony is the only person now. Binomial theorem நடத்திருக்காங்க இல்லையா Tony? You're in 12th, right, Tony?
Sir, 11th, sir.
11th. Sorry, I think 11th. Binomial theorem நடத்திருக்காங்களா உங்களுக்கு?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is good. Okay, so I will write down the binomial theorem. So okay, so the binomial theorem says, say x plus y whole to the power of n is equal to n c0 x power n y power 0, the first term. N x power n minus 1. Then NCR x power n minus r y power r. The last term will be NCN x power 0 y. Right? The general term is NCR x power n minus r y power r. And that is the r plus 1th term. You see that it's starting from 0. So r plus 1th term is given by NCR into x power n minus r into y power r. Okay. So binomial theorem problems generally ரொம்ப easy. ஏன்னா இந்த ஒரே ஒரு கான்செப்ட் தான் binomial theorem. What is the rth term?
Screen is not visible, sir.
I'm not sure. Okay, look at the screen. Okay, so it's x plus y whole to the power of n is equal to nc0 x power n into y power 0, nc1 and x power n minus y power 1, so on ncr x power n minus r into y power r, and the last term will be ncn x power 0 y power 1. Okay, so nc0 and ncn both are equal to 1. So the first term will be simply x power n, the last term will be simply y power n. The intermediate terms are like this: NCR x power n minus r y power r. That is the format. For r varies from 0 to n. Now, binomial theorem, like I was saying, it's based on this formula. So, what is the rth term? And based on that, simple problems will be asked. So, let's take one problem. In the problem, the number of கொஞ்சம் complicated in problems from IIT, you should expect that it will be it will be based on that binomial theorem, but a little more thinking will be required. The number of rational terms in the expansion of 3 power 3 by 4 plus 5 power 3 by 2 whole power 16 is what? Okay, what is a rational term? The rational number is of the form m by n, where m and n are integers. Okay, it should not have things like square root of 2, square root of 3, or 3 power 1 by 3. If you have terms like that, they are all not rational terms. Okay, so first let's write down the expansion. Like I said, what is the formula for the x plus y whole to the power of n? X power. Now here you see x is equal to 3/3, 3 power 3 by 4, 3 power 3 by 4, and y is equal to 5 power 3 by 2, and n is equal to 60. So you just substitute that. Therefore 3 by 4, 3 power 3 by 4 plus 5 power 3 by 2 whole power 60 is equal to n C0 x. X is what? 3 power 3 by 4 power n. Y power 0 plus so on. Right. Now you try to write the expansion. So you don't have to worry about you have to count the number of rational terms. So you don't have to worry about the coefficient. Just we have to see whether this is rational. There are totally 61 terms, right? Because n is equal to 60, starting from nc 0 to nc n 0 to 60, there are 61 terms, right? So now you don't have to worry about the coefficient part. You can simply leave it like that. You don't have to worry about expanding it. So this is 3 power 3 by 4 into 60 5 power 3 by 2 into 0. And now, if we see the for this to be rational, we need to have this one as rational and this one as rational, right? If you see this alone, that means this exponent should be integer, okay, for it to be rational. If the exponent is a fraction, then it is not going to be. It's not called a rational number. For any rational number, the exponent has to be integer. Okay. So now you write down the exponents. So the first term, first part, 3 power, let us say a. Okay. அது மாதிரி நம்ம பார்ப்போம். a அந்த a எல்லாம் என்ன இருக்கு? 3 பவர் என்னென்ன இருக்கு? 3 by 4 into 60. அதே மாதிரி இன்னொன்று வந்து 5 power b. அதில் b யோட வேல்யூஸ்லாம் என்ன இருக்கு? 3 by 2 பவர். இது 0ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கும். Now, in which terms both of these are integers? அதான் நம்ம பார்க்கணும். இது வந்து 3 by 4 into 60 is integer, 3 by 2 power 0 is integer, therefore this is integer. So let us see, we will write a values வந்து first term க்கு integer இருக்கு. Second க்கு 3 by 4 into 59 not integer. அடுத்தது 58, so that is also not going to be integer. அதுக்கு அடுத்து 57, that is also not going to be integer. அதுக்கு அடுத்தது integer. இப்படி போயிட்டு இருக்கு. The last வந்து 0, so that is integer. அந்த b எடுத்துட்டோம்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுத்தோம்னா integer. ஓகே, அடுத்தது 5 power b அப்படிங்கிறதுனால 5 power b so 3 by 2 into 0, sorry, no, this is 3 by 2 power 0, 3 by 2 into 0, 3 by 2 into 1, 3 by 2 into 60. The exponents what is on it? So first is integer, second is 3 by 2 non-integer, third is integer, fourth is non-integer, அடுத்தது integer is goes like that. Last is going to be integer. 3 by 2 into 60, this is integer. So this is how the 61 terms are lined up. For A, okay, first is integer, then the fifth is integer, and so on, and 61st term, that is integer. So B, it is alternate terms of integer. இப்போ எதுலெல்லாம் both are integer அப்படின்னா எதுலெல்லாம் வருது? You can see that firstல வருது, fifth, அப்புறம் 6, 7, 8 கிடையாது, 9th, 61. You can see that only the first, fifth, 9 up to 61st terms are rational. Okay, rational, the exponent has to be integer. So both these exponents need to be integer. Right? So now you have to count. How many terms are there? First, fifth, 9th, up to 61. How many terms are there? Can you count? This is an AP, right? So you can count using the AP formula. This is an AP with A equal to 1 and D equal to 4, right? So T n equal to A plus n minus 1 into D equal to, the last term is 61. So what is n from this? 1 plus n minus 1, 4 equal to 61. Then what is n? From this you find out what is n. Can you do that, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do that and then.
Sorry, n is equal to 16.
Very good. N equal to 60. Good. So that is your answer. So how many rational terms are there? There are 16 rational terms. I hope you followed this method, right? Right, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I am going to give a similar problem, okay, for you to work now. Very similar problem. Very similar problem. The same way, can you do this?
Well,
Please do. Are you able to do, Tony? Hi, Saroj Devi. Good evening. Saroj Devi, are you from 11th or 12th?
Hi, sir.
Okay, I'm asking. Are you from 11th class or 12th class?
क्या?
Or are you from 11th class or 12th?
11th.
So today we are doing binomial theorem. Okay, are you familiar? Is it completed for you? Binomial theorem. You done?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we did one problem. I explained the binomial theorem. We did one problem. We joined very late. The class is at 8. Okay. So this is the next problem. I'm asking you people to work on it. We just did a similar problem. Can you please try this? After some time, I will explain. Can you do this?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let me hear from Tony. Tony, how far have you progressed? Are you able to do?
No, sir.
Okay, let me explain. I think this Saroj is also there. So let me explain. So here, the rational term means the exponent should be integer. In each term, the exponent should be integer. Then only it will be rational. If the exponent is a non-integer, something like 2 power half or 5 power 1 by 5 or 5 power 2 by 3, all those are irrational. So they are not rational terms. Okay. So let's write the expansion. What is the expansion for binomial theorem? X plus y go to the power of n. We saw that, right? Then c is equal to power n y power 0. So Saroj, are you familiar with this expansion, binomial expansion? Saroj,
Yes, sir.
you are familiar with this expansion, binomial theorem? The formula?
Yes.
Okay, good. So same way, you put x equal to 2 power 1 by 5, y equal to 5 power 1 by 3, n equal to 15, and write down the expansion. Okay. So what will happen? 15c0 x power n y power, oh, sorry, y is what? 5 power 1 by 3. Yeah. Last term will be now We have to look only at the exponents. Okay, take the first term. The exponent, this is 2 power 1 by 5 into 15, that is 2 power 3. And this is 5 power 0. 1 by 3 into 0 is 0, right? So here this is 2 power 3 is integer, a rational number. 5 power 0 is also a rational number. This is rational. Plus 15C1 2 power 14 by 5 1 by 3. Over 1 by 5 into 0, right? 0. 5 power 5. Now evaluate. So which terms have the first one as integer? Okay, here it is 3. Here it is not integer. Here it is not integer. Next is going to be 12 by 5. That will also be not. Let us say right there. First term. First, let us say 2 power a. Okay. Then what are the values of a? 3. Then 14 by 5, 13 by 5, etc. 3, 14 by 5, 14 by 5. Okay. So that means the first term is integer. Next is not integer. Next is not integer. Next is not integer. Then 11 by 5 not integer. Then 10 by 5 will be integer. So there are 4 non-integer terms and then 1 integer term. Again 4 non-integer terms. Last term is integer. This is how the A terms come out. Similarly, write for B. Is 5 power B. So then B's are, so to start with it is 0, then it is, next is 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3, 2 by 3, blah, 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 up to 15 by 3, which is 5. I'll write as 15 by 3. So here, first term is integer. Because the denominator is 3, you can see that, okay, every third term will be integer. Last is integer. No, not integer. Sorry. Okay, so here every here you can say the terms are 1, 6, like that. 1, 6, 11, 16. Here it is 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Okay. So for the 2 powers, we have only the first, 6th, 11th and 16th terms are integers. Means they are the rational terms. So 5 power B, those terms 1, 4, 7, 10, 13 and 16th term are the rational terms. But for the whole term to be rational, both need to be, both the terms, A, 2 power A and 5 power B, both need to be rational. Okay, so both need to be rational. Not any one should not be irrational. Okay, so then which terms, for which terms both are rational? Looking at it, can you tell? I think I don't know if you're following. First term is there in both. Okay, so both are rational. So that is a rational term. Second term, this is not rational. So the product is not going to be rational. Third term, this is not rational. This is not rational. So product is not rational. Fourth term, this is rational, but this is not rational. So again, still the product is not rational. Fifth term, both are not rational. Sixth term, this is rational, but this is not rational. Okay, seventh term, this is rational, but this is not. Okay, so for next, when that both the rational comes, then that's the next, when both terms are rational. It's only for the 16th term, okay, the last term. The first and the last are the only two terms for which both these exponents are integers, and the terms are, that is when the terms are rational. So first and the 16th, only these two terms are rational. The answer is 2, the two terms which are rational in this expansion. Tony, follow? I think so just left now. I think he found it hard, or I don't know. Tony, did you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If there is another. Okay. Another problem similar to this, but I'm not going to do this. I'm going to leave it as homework. Okay. Now let's look at one more problem, one more type of problem. Okay. Find the term of x in this expansion. 1 minus x plus 2x square Can you try this, Tony? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Okay, the term independent of x means here the coefficient is, when this is, what is the coefficient of constant? Here is 1, right? 1 into, suppose here there is some term for which the it is a constant, x power 0 is coming, then I will write it as constant term. So wherever constant term into 1, then minus 1 into, so here it is x power 1. Okay, so here in this expansion, if we get x power minus 1, okay, so here we have x, okay, here we have 1 by x or x power minus 1, then that particular term, okay, will become x into x minus 1. X will get cancelled out and that will become constant term. Then similarly plus 2 into, this is x square, so it has to be x power minus 2. Is this clear, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you find out what is the constant term in the expansion of 3x squared plus 1 by x cube whole power 9. What is the coefficient of x power minus 1 in their expansion? Coefficient of x power minus 2. Okay. in the expansion. You have to find out those three things. That's all. Okay. And then multiply respectively. 1 into constant minus 1 into x power minus 1 coefficient plus 2 into x power minus 2 coefficient. Can you do this now?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay. Let us write this expansion. This is the expansion for which we need the constant term, my x power minus 1 term, x power minus 2 term. Yeah. 3x square plus 1 by x cube whole power 9. This is a binomial expansion, right? So write down the expansion. 9c0 a power 9 b power 9 minus 0. Right? Sorry, 9 b power 9 minus 9. 0. 9 power 0 is plus 9c1 for n minus r, okay, and so on. Okay. So what will be the r plus 1th term? ncr 3x square to the power of 9 minus r 1 by x cube to the power of r. Again plus final term will be 9c9 3x square to the power of 0 1 by x cube to the power of 9. Okay. Actually, I should written this as 9 minus 0 is 0. So this is 9 minus 1 and 1. That would have been easy. This is 1. So here 9 minus 1 comes. Here simply 1 comes. Here, NCR, the first term x to the power of n minus r, y to the power of r. It comes like that. Okay. Now, look at this. This is the r plus 1th term, right? Now expand this r plus 1th term. Three x square to the power of 9 minus r, right? That is 3 power 9 minus r x power 18 minus 2r. Right? 2 into 9 minus r, 18 minus 2r, right? So 1 by x cube is x power minus 3. Whole power r is x power minus 3r. Just writing the expansion for the r plus 1th term. Now you see x power 18 minus 2r minus 3r. 9cr 3 power 9 minus r x power 18 minus 5r. That is your r plus 1th term. Okay. Now, if they want the constant term, right, here we want constant term in the expansion. Constant term means this x power should be 0. Okay. Okay. will 18 minus 5r, will it be, suppose be equal to 0, 18 minus 5r equal to 0, it is a constant term. So what r comes to 18 by 5, but r has to be integer. That means this expansion will not have any constant term. Okay, so just let's double check that. The r plus 1th term is 9cr into 3x square power 9 minus r into 1 by x cubed to the power of r. Writing it again, 9cr 3 power 9 minus r x power 18 minus 2r 3 power minus 3r. So it is 8 x power 18 minus 5r. So for all values of r ranging from 0 to 9, okay. So we are going to put all values from 0 to 9. This 18 minus 5r will not become 0 at all, because for all values it is not becoming 0. Only for some fraction it is becoming 0, right? So that means this term doesn't exist. Okay. So this 1 into this constant term, this doesn't exist. Okay. Now let's look at the other one. Minus 1. Okay. So when that x power minus 1 will happen, for what value of r will this be minus 1? Next you put constant term. This is what we have put already. Okay. X power minus 1 term. For that, we have to put this 18 minus 5r equal to minus 1. That means 5r equal to 17 or r equal to 17 by 5. So this also doesn't exist. Okay. So there will not be any term that will have x power minus 1. Now let's look at x power minus 2. This gives us 5r equal to, sorry, here it is 19, right? 5r equal to 19, 19 by 5. Okay, here it is 5r equal to 20 or r equal to 4. So for r equal to 4, that means tr plus 1 is 5th term. The 5th term will have x power minus 2. So let us write that down. T5 equal to 9C4. I'm writing from here, okay? TR plus 1 equal to 9CR 3 power 9 minus R x power 18 minus 5R. So I'm just putting R equal to 1. So R equal to 4. Then TC5 equal to 9C4 power 18 minus. Okay. So this is the coefficient. 9C4 into 3 power 5 into x power minus 2 is coming. Okay. So corresponding to this, here there is x square term, right? It has got coefficient of 2. So that when it is multiplied by that x power minus 2 term, that will provide a constant. So here the coefficient is 2 and here the coefficient is this 9C4 into 3 power 5. Therefore, coefficient of constant equal to 2 into 9C4 into 3 power 5. That's all. Because suppose other terms are given any other value, we'll have to calculate the coefficient in the same way and do that multiplication in the same way. But this particular problem, x minus the constant and x minus 1 terms or x power minus 1 terms are not there. Therefore, only this term is there. So coefficient of constant is 2 into 9C4 into 3 power 5. Is that clear, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So in the same way, I'm going to give another problem for you. Same way, and this you should do, okay? Okay. The coefficient of x power 7 in this expansion, ax square plus 1 by 2bx. Ax square plus 1 by 2bx whole to the power of 11. Okay. Find out the coefficient of x power 7, coefficient of x power 7 in this expansion. And similarly, find out the coefficient of x power minus 7 in the other expansion, which is x plus 1 by 3bx square whole to the power of 11. Okay. So, and then equate the two and find out the relation between A and B. Okay. Same way, no, like we did the last problem. Let us take the first one. I will do. Okay, for your benefit. Are you feeling comfortable doing this problem, Tony? Can you
Sir.
do this?
No, sir.
You're finding it hard. Okay, that means that I will do the first part. Okay, இதில் உள்ளதுல x power 7 coefficient வேணும் இல்லையா? அப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும்? இதோட expansion எழுதணும். tr plus 1 equal to நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? x power ncx sorry. We already saw, right? You see this. TR in the expansion of x plus y whole to the power of n is NCR x power n minus r y power r. That is what I have written. Okay. NCR x power n minus r y power r. Now, in the problem, what is the value of n? They were expanding ax square அதுதான் போட்டுருக்கோம். Okay, this is what you are doing. Now here your x is equal to ax square and y equal to 1 by 2bx and n is equal to 11, right? So now put tr plus 1 where n is 11 now. 11 cr and x is ax square to the power of n minus r, y is 1 by 2bx. This is your tr plus 1. Right? Is that, are you able to follow this? I just substituted x equal to ax square, y equal to 1 by 2bx, n equal to 11. Right? So now do some algebra simplification. A power 11 minus r, x power 2 into 11 minus r. I can write it as 22 minus 2r. இது வந்து 1 by 2 power r, 1 by b power r, 1 by x power r. Comes like that. Now what I will do, I will remove all the constant terms, put all the constant terms, in the front, and keep only the x terms in the end. 11 cr a power 11 minus r 1 by 2 power r b power r. இதெல்லாம் they don't have x. Okay. And what has x? இது ஒன்று x power 22 minus 2r. இது x power minus r னு போட்டுருக்கோம். So it is just arithmetic, algebraic simplification. That's all I'm doing. 11CR, a power 11 minus r, 1 by 2r, 2 power r, b power r, into x power 22 minus 3r. Now, what are they saying? What is the coefficient of x power 7 in this? Coefficient of x power 7 abdina. So this term, x power this term, you equate it to 7 and find out the value of r. Three r equal to 15, r equal to 5. Okay. Now you put it back. T r plus 1, right? T6 equal to 11C r a power 11 minus r, 11 minus 5. 1 by 2 power r b power r into x power 22 minus 3r, 7. So the sixth term is going to look like this. That is the term that has x power 7. Okay. And that coefficient is this. Okay. B. Not 6, B. Okay. In the same way, you find out what is the coefficient of x power minus 7 in the second expansion. Same way. What is the other expansion? 1 x plus 1 by 3b x square. Okay. So, and here, what is tr plus 1? Again, 11cr. Okay. First term is x to the power of 11 minus r, 1 by 3b x square to the power of r. 11cr into x power n minus r into y power r. So here instead of x, I am putting x. Here x is the same. So instead of y, I am putting 1 by 3b x square and n equal to 11. That is all I have done. Okay. So again, you put the constant terms and x terms separately. 11cr x power 1 by 3b whole power r, x power 11 minus r, x power minus 2r. X power minus 2 to the power of r is x power minus 2r. Eleven CR 1 by 3 power r b power r. You can put like that into x power 11 minus 3r. Now, if this has to be minus 7, this x power minus 7, then what is the value of r? 11 minus 3r equal to minus 7. That means 3r equal to 18 or r equal to 6. Now you put r equal to 6, what happens? T7 equal to 11C6, 1 by 3 power 6, b power 6, x power 11 minus 3r minus 7. So the seventh term has got that x power minus 7 and the coefficient is this. Okay. what have they given? The coefficient of x power 7 in this expansion is equal to coefficient of x power minus 7 in this expansion. That means this coefficient is equal to this coefficient. Okay, 11C5 a power 6 1 by 2 power 5 b power 5, right? Is equal to 11C6 1 by 3 power 6 b power 6. So this is the equation you are getting. Now we have to find out the ratio a power something by b. That's what they are asking you to find out, right? So let's find out. Now, if you look at these two terms, we can write 11C5 equal to 11C 11 minus 5 because NCR equal to NCN minus R. So 11C5 is equal to 11C6. Finally, this we get cancelled out. அப்போ என்ன இருக்கு a power 6 by 2 power 5 b power 5 equal to 1 by 3 power 6 b power 6. Now you put all the a's and b's on one side and constant on the other side. A power 6 b power 6 by b power 5 equal to 2 power 5 by b power 6. A power 6 into b this is what you get. A power 6 into b is 2 power 5 by 3 power 6. A power 6 into b. Okay. A power 6 into b equal to 2 power 5 by 3 power 6. So which option is that? Option 1. A power 6 into b equal to 2 power 5 by 3 power 6, right? Option 1. Tony? Tony, did you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will do one more problem and then we will stop. I will give some homework. Okay. The one problem that I will do is finding out the remainder. So finding out, these kind of equations, all you do is, algebraic simplifications, right? You need to know the formula for t r plus 1 and then put only algebraic simplification. So that is all that is required in these kind of problems. Okay. Remainder problem on எடுத்துக்கலாம். But one remainder problem. We can use binomial theorem to find such remainders like this. Okay. Okay. So 7 power 103 is divided by 17. We are asked to find out what will be the remainder. Okay. How we can do is, so whenever we are dividing by 17, right? So that we write as mod 17. Okay. 7 mod 17 equal to, that is, what is the remainder when 7 is divided by 17? We write it as 7 mod 17. So when you divide 7 by 17, coefficient is 0, quotient is 0, and remainder is 7. This is very easy, we can see, right? 0 when divided by 7, if you divide by 17, remainder will be 7. This is the first thing you have to write. So 7 mod 17 equal to 7. So now we keep on expanding. Now 7 square will be 7 square. What is 7 square? 49, right? When divided by 17, it is 2 17s or 34. Remaining is 15. Okay. But this 15, we can write it in a small number. We can always add in the mod, we can add any number of 17s. No, so plus 17 or minus 17 we can do. Okay. So here we can put 15 minus 17. Okay. So what is 15 minus 17? This is minus 2, right? So basically we will write 7 square equal to okay, we can write it the same. 7 square mod 17 equal to 15. So we can put it as is equal to minus 2. Because 15 minus 17 is minus 2. So we can write like 7 square mod 17 is minus 2. Now you again use square. Okay, 7 power 4 mod 17 equal to minus 2 square. That is, we can write 4. So now you see how it is simplifying, right? 7 power 4, you don't have to calculate a huge number and divide by 17. So you can simply do like this. Next, you again use square 7 power 8 mod 17. But I'm squaring on both sides, okay? So 4 square is 16 mod 17 is 16. And 16 is equal to 16 minus, you can again, I said no, we can add or subtract my 17. So you can put it as minus 1. Okay. 7 power 8 mod 17 will be minus 1. Now, I don't even have to square at all. So I'll simply put 7 power 8 whole to the power of 103. Yeah. So I can put 12 times. Minus 1 to the power of 12 is 1. And this is your 7 power 96. Okay. So you got 7 power 96 mod 17 equal to 1. We already got 7 power 4, 7 power 2, 7 power 1. Okay. So if you simply multiply them all, equal to, so 7 power 96 is 1. 7 power 4 is 4. 7 power 3 is 7 power 3 we did not write, right? So we can write 7 square, sorry, 7 square. 96, 4, 2 and 1. Okay, 96, 4, 2 and 1 is what we need. So that is 103. So 7 square is minus 2. 7 power 1 is 7. This minus 56. Okay. So to make it positive, and what we need to do, we have to add minus 56 plus 4 into 17, 68 we can add. Like I said, any multiple of 17 we can add. So 12 mod 17. That means 12. So this is 7 to the power of 103 mod 17 is equal to 12 mod 17. Using this mod properties, we have determined that this should be equal to 12. And do we know why when we square it and take it multiply by anything, the mod instead of doing 7 square we can take minus 2. So how that property comes, that is coming from binomial theorem. So if you take 7 square mod 17, I'll show you 7 square mod 17 if you take. Equal to 49, 7 square. So for that matter, any power 7 power n mod 17 So what this 7 square mod 17 equal to, this means 7 square equal to some k into 17 minus 2. So that is what this means. Okay. 7 square mod 17 equal to minus 2 means 7 square equal to remainder, right? Remainder is minus 2 means it is some coefficient is some k into 17. So k into 17 minus 2. Now 7 square mod 17 is what? 17, here I have written, right? 7 square is k into 17 minus 2. Okay. Now you take any power of this. Okay. This means that 7 square mod 17 equal to 7 square equal to 17k minus 2. That is what it means. Now 7 square, though if you take to the power of n, it will become 17k minus 2 whole to the power of n. Okay. So if you take this, This expansion will have all the terms will have some 17 to the power of something, except the last term. Okay, it will be what? NC1 into 17k whole to the power of n, NC0, okay, into 17k whole to the power of n into minus 2 whole to the power of 0, and then NC1 into 17k whole to the power of 1 n minus 1 into minus 2 to the power of 1, and so on, right? So this is having 17, this is having 17, all the terms will have a 17. Only the last term, which is the minus 2 to the power of n, will not have the 17. Therefore, this 7 square to the power of n mod 17 is simply, instead of taking 17 square, we can simply take this minus 2, because 17 can be ignored. All the terms are having 17. So it is equal to that minus 2 to the power of n mod 17. So this comes from binomial theorem, and this is the formula that we used in our simplification. Okay. So I will give another problem. Tony, you can try that yourself using the same principle. Okay. This problem. So why don't you try this problem yourself now? At least one of them. Then you can try the other problem as homework. Okay, 2002 whole to the power of 2023. What is the mod when divided by 8? What is the remainder? Okay. We want to find out. So whether it is divisible by 8 means its mod should be equal to 0 if it is divisible by 8. So 2002 whole to the power of 2023 mod 8 in the like this. First of all, you see whether it is divisible by 8. Is it divisible by 8? Tony, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just see whether 2002, whether it is divisible by 8. 2002. So what is 2002 mod 8? What is the remainder when 2002 is divided by 8? Starting with that, the same way like we did, so we can find out 2002 square, 2002, let us say cube. Let us say cube. What will this be? The same principle. It is 2 cube, right? When I cube here, since 2002 and 2 are equal by mod A, 2 mod A. Okay, so 2002 cube and 2 cube are also equal for mod 8. That means 2 cube is 8. 8 mod 8 is 0. Therefore, 2002 whole cube, the remainder is going to be 8 when divided by 8. Okay, so if that is the case, so 2002 to the power of 2023 can be written as 2002 cube into 2002 to the power of 2020. So when this is divisible by 8, this whole thing is going to be divisible by 8, right? Therefore, this will be divisible by 8. 2002 whole to the power of 2023 will be divisible by 8. Okay. Same way you try to see the other one, whether 1919 minus 2000 to the power of 2002. Will that be divisible by 8? Actually, you can easily see that, okay, this is an odd number. So odd number, whatever number of power you take, it will remain odd only. Odd number, you square it, then cube it, make it to the power of 4, to the power of 5, etc. So whatever you do, it is going to be odd only. It will never be divisible by 8. Okay. So that means the first number is divisible by 8 and second number is not divisible by 8. So the subtraction will be, therefore one is even, other is odd. So the subtraction will be always odd. An even number minus odd number has to be odd number only, right? So that will not be divisible by 8 at all. Okay, because the first number is even and that is divisible by 8. Second number is not divisible by 8, so the difference will not be divisible by 8. Okay. Same way, you please think about the other problem. The same way you can see. Okay, when n belongs to n, 13 into 13 power n minus 12 power n minus 13, whether it is divisible by 144 is 12 square. Okay, whether it is divisible by 12 square, we can check it in the same way. But I will leave it to you. So we'll please think about it and try it as homework. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay, Tony. That is not divisible by 19. Is not divisible by 8. Therefore, is not divisible by 8. Okay, so please think of the next problem. Okay, there is another problem also. I'll give it as homework. So we'll discuss those in the next class. Okay, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.